En el extremo sur del planeta, donde el mundo parece terminar, se alza un reino de hielo y viento vasto e intacto: la Antártida. Un continente donde domina el silencio absoluto y el frío implacable moldea cada forma de vida que se atreve a desafiar sus dominios. Aquí, la soledad es infinita, y el horizonte es una línea blanca que se extiende hacia lo desconocido. Es un lugar donde la tierra y el mar se fusionan en un laberinto de hielo eterno, un escenario para la resistencia en su forma más pura. Este es el escenario donde criaturas extraordinarias enfrentan los mayores desafíos de la naturaleza, desde los vientos más feroces hasta el invierno más cruel. Pero contra todas las probabilidades, la vida florece. Los pingüinos marchan por kilómetros de hielo sólido, las focas cazan en las profundidades congeladas y las ballenas gigantes cruzan los mares helados como antiguos guardianes de este mundo olvidado. La Antártida no es solo un continente, es un testimonio viviente de la fuerza brutal y de la delicada belleza de la naturaleza. En las profundidades del invierno antártico, cuando el eje de la Tierra se inclina y el Sol se retira por completo en una noche polar que dura hasta 4 meses, el pingüino emperador inicia una de las migraciones más extremas del planeta, desafiando ventiscas feroces con vientos que superan los 240 kilómetros por hora y temperaturas gélidas que rozan los menos 60 grados Celsius. Estas aves avanzan a ciegas pero decididas, guiadas por un compás biológico innato sobre un manto de hielo eterno. En este paisaje helado, el pingüino emperador, Aptenodaites forsteri, el mayor de su familia, destaca por su extraordinaria resistencia. Sin refugio frente al viento, miles de machos se agrupan y se turnan entre el exterior y el centro del grupo para conservar el calor durante su travesía hacia las zonas de reproducción. Cada paso es una batalla termodinámica contra los elementos. Sus cuerpos son una obra maestra de la evolución adaptativa. Poseen la mayor densidad de plumaje en el mundo aviar con 9 plumas por centímetro cuadrado y una capa de grasa subcutánea de 3 centímetros de espesor. Además, un sistema circulatorio de contracorriente en sus patas evita que pierdan su calor interno de 38 grados Celsius, protegiéndolos de un entorno que congelaría las células de cualquier otra criatura. Al llegar a su destino, la verdadera prueba de supervivencia comienza en pleno desierto helado con un drástico cambio de roles. Los machos asumen la responsabilidad más crítica: proteger el preciado huevo del frío implacable, manteniéndolo suspendido sobre sus patas e incubado bajo una bolsa de piel altamente vascularizada. Durante 65 días continuos de oscuridad total, soportarán el ayuno, el viento y el frío, perdiendo hasta el 40% de su peso corporal en el proceso. Permanecerán allí casi inmóviles, reduciendo su ritmo cardíaco para conservar valiosa energía, nutriendo el huevo únicamente con el calor de sus cuerpos y una determinación indomable. En medio del blanco infinito y rompiendo el silencio mortal del polo, sutiles chasquidos comienzan a resonar. Pequeñas y frágiles vidas empiezan a emerger desde el corazón de la penumbra. Los polluelos rompen el cascarón con un plumaje fino e insuficiente en uno de los biomas más hostiles de la Tierra. Son extremadamente vulnerables y dependientes, pero nacen rodeados por fortines biológicos, gigantes pacientes y ultraprotectores, que en caso de retraso de la madre son capaces de secretar una sustancia esofágica rica en proteínas para mantener al neonato con vida. Ahora, la nueva generación inicia su propia y encarnizada lucha por la existencia, mientras el ciclo perpetuo continúa año tras año, una danza milenaria entre la vida y la muerte, el hielo absoluto del entorno y el fuego metabólico interior que mantiene a estos increíbles supervivientes en constante movimiento. La marcha del pingüino emperador no es solo una estrategia de migración, es una epopeya evolutiva, el testimonio vivo y definitivo de que incluso en el rincón más inhóspito de la Tierra, la fuerza de la vida siempre encuentra una manera de persistir y prevalecer. En las escarpadas costas de las islas subantárticas, donde el dominio del hielo absoluto cede terreno ante la furia del océano austral, emerge una silueta inconfundible. De todas las criaturas que colonizan estos ecosistemas de frontera, el pingüino rey se alza como el aristócrata del ecosistema, destacando por su imponente y refinada anatomía. Aunque es el segundo más grande, por detrás del emperador, esta especie, Aptenodites patagonicus, alcanza una imponente altura de hasta 95 centímetros y un peso de 16 kilogramos. Su erguida postura militar y un plumaje de deslumbrantes matices cromáticos, coronado por una zona auricular y un pecho de un naranja encendido que contrasta fuertemente con el blanco perla, lo convierten en una presencia soberana en este teatro helado. Aquí, bajo el azote constante de vientos catabáticos, y donde las rompientes subcero golpean con violencia, el pingüino rey establece megacolonias de cría. A diferencia de sus parientes del interior continental, el rey coloniza playas libres de hielo y llanuras costeras, donde el acceso directo a las aguas abiertas resulta biológicamente más ventajoso. Es en este dinámico frente costero donde gestiona el cuidado de su progenie, blindándose ante los depredadores de la orilla. En el agua, su hidrodinámica es impecable. Propulsado por sus alas modificadas en aletas, se desplaza a velocidades de hasta 12 kilómetros por hora, cortando la densa masa acuática como un proyectil orgánico en perfecta sincronía con el oleaje. La colonia de nidificación es un caos organizado de proporciones monumentales. Decenas de miles de parejas reproductoras se congregan en una densa marea viva, generando una cacofonía ensordecedora de llamadas acústicas individuales, una firma sonora única vital para localizar a su pareja en medio del tumulto. Detrás de esa aparente aglomeración opera un sofisticado sistema de relevos. Sin un nido físico, machos y hembras se turnan para incubar el único huevo directamente sobre sus patas durante ciclos de 6 a 18 días, mientras el progenitor libre se adentra en el océano en una campaña intensiva de forrajeo. Las tormentas subantárticas pueden arreciar, pero su compromiso genético es inquebrantable. En el mar, revelan su verdadero estatus de superdepredadores. Son capaces de sumergirse de forma rutinaria a profundidades de entre 100 y 300 metros, y excepcionalmente hasta los 500 metros, para cazar peces linterna y calamares, esquivando a las letales orcas y focas leopardo en la penumbra abisal. Su organismo cuenta con adaptaciones extremas a la presión hidrostática y al frío extremo, como la mioglobina en sus músculos para almacenar oxígeno. Aquí experimentan su máxima libertad, maniobrando con una agilidad pasmosa entre icebergs, a la deriva que flotan como colosos dormidos. De este modo, el ciclo de reproducción más largo del mundo aviar, de 14 a 16 meses por polluelo, se perpetúa. El pingüino rey se erige como el emblema definitivo de la sofisticación evolutiva y la resiliencia. Una estampa viviente que desafía los dictados de una naturaleza implacable en los confines del mundo habitable. Conquistando el límite exacto donde la roca costera se funde con el océano hostil, permanece eternamente ligado a la soberanía de este reino helado. Con una silueta notablemente ágil y una curiosidad innata que define su comportamiento, el pingüino yentó se distingue de inmediato entre la fauna antártica. Aunque posee un tamaño moderado en comparación con sus parientes mayores, este veloz nadador coloniza de manera vibrante las orillas heladas y las islas subantárticas, allí donde el manto blanco cede su lugar a las accidentadas costas de roca desnuda. Su mirada siempre inquisitiva delata una audacia singular, mientras que sus ligeros pasos en tierra esconden a un verdadero atleta de los mares. Esta especie, Pygoscelis papua, posee la fisonomía más aerodinámica de su familia, caracterizada por una cola alargada que actúa como un timón de alta precisión y un diseño corporal perfectamente estilizado para minimizar la fricción del agua. Bajo el agua, el gentú se transforma en un torpedo viviente, alcanzando una velocidad punta de 36 kilómetros por hora, lo que lo consagra oficialmente como el pingüino más rápido del planeta. Para este formidable cazador, el océano austral no es un entorno hostil, sino un vasto y dinámico territorio de caza repleto de cardúmenes de krill y pequeños peces. Al sumergirse en la penumbra de las profundidades oceánicas, ejecuta maniobras relámpago entre las corrientes marinas. Su punta de velocidad y su capacidad para cambiar de dirección en milisegundos convierten cada inmersión en una coreografía perfecta de precisión y destreza hidrodinámica. Sin embargo, su genialidad evolutiva no se limita al medio acuático. En tierra firme, el gentú revela un ingenio arquitectónico asombroso. Con paciencia infinita, recolecta y selecciona minuciosamente pequeñas piedras redondas, transportándolas una a una en su pico para levantar un nido circular elevado que proteja a sus huevos del frío barro de la superficie. El obsequio de una roca perfecta a una hembra es el ritual crucial que sella un fuerte vínculo monógamo para toda la temporada de reproducción. De este modo, estos singulares constructores del subantártico moldean activamente su pedregoso entorno con un único objetivo: blindar la supervivencia de su futura descendencia. Las ruidosas colonias de gentú inyectan una energía desbordante al paisaje. Son núcleos bulliciosos y llenos de drama que rompen el silencio sepulcral de los páramos helados. Miles de individuos se congregan en estos espacios, tejiendo una red social compleja donde la comunicación vocal es constante y vibrante. Aunque la competencia por las mejores piedras y el alimento diario puede volverse feroz, el gentú demuestra una notable resiliencia para prosperar donde otros fallan. En los misterios de las aguas profundas del océano Antártico, se desenvuelve con la soltura de un verdadero monarca de la velocidad. Cada inmersión, que puede repetirse cientos de veces al día, es un desafío atlético. Su aceleración explosiva es su mejor herramienta de caza, mientras que su resistencia cardiopulmonar constituye su verdadera fortaleza biológica. En contraposición, al regresar a la seguridad de la orilla, el veloz cazador cede el paso a una faceta conmovedora. Un arquitecto meticuloso, un protector alerta y un padre profundamente dedicado al cuidado del nido. Tanto en el agua como sobre la superficie costera, el pingüino gentú se consolida como un estratega astuto y adaptable, cuya existencia es un tributo viviente a la especialización evolutiva ante los rigores del clima polar. Así, en cada vertiginoso viraje submarino y en cada pequeño guijarro depositado con esmero en tierra, el gentú nos demuestra que en los confines congelados del planeta, la supervivencia no pertenece al más fuerte, sino a aquel que combina la velocidad pura con la inteligencia práctica y el ingenio. En las vastedades congeladas de la Antártida, donde el hielo parece infinito y el viento susurra historias antiguas, vive una de las criaturas más valientes de este continente helado, el pingüino Adelia. Pequeño en tamaño pero inmenso en coraje, es un sobreviviente audaz con sus ojos inteligentes y actitud curiosa. El Adelia desafía el frío extremo y se aventura donde muchos temen. Entre las colonias que salpican las orillas heladas, el pingüino Adelia construye su hogar en el desierto de hielo y roca. Es incansable en su búsqueda de piedras, preciosos bloques que utilizará para construir su nido, protegiendo sus huevos del suelo congelado. Cada temporada el paisaje blanco y vacío se transforma por miles de adelias que se reúnen en colonias vibrantes donde el silencio antártico es reemplazado por el bullicio incesante de sus interacciones sociales. El pingüino Adelia es curioso por naturaleza y su valentía es legendaria. Recorre largas distancias sobre el hielo en busca de alimento, avanzando con determinación hacia las aguas gélidas donde se sumergirá para cazar. Ágil y decidido se lanza al mar donde su verdadera destreza se revela. En el océano su pequeño cuerpo se convierte en una máquina de caza eficiente, sumergiéndose profundamente para capturar krill y peces, su principal fuente de energía. Pero la vida en la Antártida no es fácil, ni siquiera para los más resistentes. El Adelia debe estar siempre alerta, ya que el peligro acecha en cada esquina, ya sea en las aguas oscuras, donde depredadores como la foca leopardo esperan, o en las condiciones climáticas impredecibles, que pueden cambiar en un instante. Sin embargo, persiste impulsado por una valentía inquebrantable, que desafía la hostilidad del entorno. El regreso al nido después de largas jornadas en busca de alimento es un momento de victoria. Las hembras esperan ansiosas, y el ciclo de vida se completa una vez más en medio del bullicio de las colonias y el desierto blanco que parece no tener fin. El pingüino Adelia puede ser pequeño, pero es sin duda uno de los grandes héroes de esta tierra extrema. Su determinación inquebrantable y su capacidad para adaptarse al clima más severo lo convierte en un verdadero símbolo de resistencia en el corazón helado de la Antártida. Un grupo de pingüinos se amontona en el borde del hielo, dudando ante las aguas grises y frías que se extienden debajo. Justo bajo la superficie, una sombra oscura acecha en silencio. Sin un sonido, sin previo aviso, y el momento en que el primer pingüino se lanza al agua, comienza la caza. Con una longitud que puede superar los 3 metros, un cuerpo alargado, cuello robusto, cabeza aplanada y una mandíbula llena de dientes afilados, la foca leopardo es uno de los depredadores más temibles de la Antártida. En el hielo puede parecer pesada y lenta, pero bajo el agua, todo su cuerpo se transforma en un arma perfecta. Nada con poderosas brazadas de sus aletas delanteras, girando con rapidez y lanzándose con la precisión de un proyectil viviente. Su fuerza no reside solo en su mandíbula, sino en su capacidad de emboscada casi absoluta. Su táctica de caza más efectiva no es la persecución a larga distancia, sino la espera. Suele ocultarse justo detrás de una esquina de hielo o flotar en las aguas oscuras debajo del camino por donde los pingüinos están obligados a pasar. Desde arriba, la superficie del mar apenas vibra, casi sin rastro. Pero bajo esa agua gélida, el depredador observa cada sombra, cada pequeño movimiento, cada momento de duda de su presa. Finalmente, un pingüino se arriesga y salta. Si logra escapar en el primer instante, el resto del grupo suele seguirlo por el estímulo. Pero es precisamente ese ruido caótico, el aleteo bajo el agua y las estelas de burbujas blancas lo que accidentalmente revela su posición. Ese es el momento en que la foca leopardo ataca. Desde la oscuridad, se lanza con una velocidad explosiva, atrapando al objetivo más cercano antes de que éste pueda cambiar de dirección. El agua estalla. El silencio se desgarra en un breve segundo. Si la primera emboscada tiene éxito, lo que sigue es aún más violento. La foca leopardo sujeta a su presa con su mandíbula increíblemente fuerte y la sacude violentamente de un lado a otro con todo el peso de su cuerpo. El agua salpica, las plumas vuelan entre las olas frías y la lucha termina muy rápido. Para los pingüinos, el mar es el lugar para alimentarse, el camino para que los padres regresen con comida para sus crías. Pero para la foca leopardo, ese mismo borde del agua es el portal de caza perfecto. Lo que la hace tan aterradora no es solo su fuerza, sino su silencio. No necesita rugir para amenazar, ni aparecer desde lejos para hacer huir a su presa. Simplemente está allí, invisible hasta el último segundo. En la Antártida, donde cada error se paga caro, su presencia hace que toda la colonia de pingüinos vacile, se amontone y espere en el borde del hielo, en un tenso duelo psicológico entre cazador y presa. Por eso, la foca leopardo no es solo una foca carnívora. Es el miedo constante en el borde del hielo antártico, el fantasma que caza bajo las aguas frías, donde la vida y la muerte están a solo un salto de distancia.
In the midst of the vast Pacific Ocean, nearly 1,000 kilometers from the continental coast of Ecuador, rises an archipelago born of volcanic fire. It is polished by the winds and embraced by marine currents arriving from different regions of the planet. The Galapagos Islands are not just a collection of isolated lands. They are a living sanctuary where evolution seems to be written in the open air, stone by stone, species by species. Here, life took unexpected paths. Upon black lava rocks, ancient creatures learned to endure the heat, drought, and scarcity. On its shores, marine iguanas dive into cold waters like small prehistoric dragons. On its cliffs, blue-footed birds turn courtship into a hypnotic dance. On its arid plains, giant tortoises advance slowly, as if carrying the weight of the entire natural history of the archipelago on their shells. Galapagos is made up of more than 120 islands, islets, and rocks scattered across one of the richest marine zones in the eastern Pacific. Its isolation allowed many species to evolve uniquely, giving rise to animals that exist nowhere else on Earth. For this reason, this archipelago became one of the most important natural laboratories in the world. It is the place where Charles Darwin found decisive clues to understanding adaptation, natural selection, and the deep mystery of life. But beyond science, Galapagos also awakens a spiritual sensation that is difficult to explain. In every wave, in every creature, and in every volcanic landscape, there seems to exist a silent imprint of the Creator. It is as if life had been designed to endure, transform, and reveal its beauty, even in the most extreme territories. This is a world where earth, sea, and sky meet in a constant battle between creation and destruction. Volcanoes build new forms, while tides erase ancient traces. Currents bring food from the depths. Every species, from the smallest to the most imposing, must find its own way to survive. In this stage of deep time, the giant tortoises of Galapagos walk as true guardians of the past. They are monumental creatures, capable of exceeding 250 kilograms in weight and living for more than a century. Some individuals can approach or even surpass 150 years of age. Their mere presence conveys the strength of a slow, patient, and extraordinarily resilient life. These tortoises do not need speed to dominate their world. Their power lies in patience. They can store water and energy for long periods, enduring weeks or even months in conditions of scarcity. On islands where rain can be irregular, this ability becomes a vital tool for survival. Every step of a giant tortoise seems to measure the pulse of the earth. They advance slowly over lava trails, cross dry areas in search of food, and rest under the sparse shade of the vegetation. Their heavy and resistant shell not only protects them, but also resembles ancestral armor. It is a living memory of millions of years of adaptation. Their ecological role is more important than it seems. By feeding on fruits, leaves, and plants, they help disperse seeds across the archipelago. Every movement, every bite, and every transported seed silently contributes to renewing the vegetation of the islands. The giant tortoises of Galapagos are much more than ancient animals. They are symbols of resilience, balance, and continuity. They have survived droughts, eruptions, climate change, and human pressure that for centuries decimated their populations. Today, thanks to conservation programs, some species have managed to recover. This reminds us that protecting nature can change the fate of a life on the brink of extinction. As the ocean beats against the volcanic shores and the wind sweeps through the islands like an ancient whisper, these giants continue their march. They do not rush, they do not fight with violence, and they do not impose their strength with roars. Their greatness lies in enduring. In Galapagos, the giant tortoises teach us that survival does not always belong to the fastest, but to those who know how to withstand the passage of time. Beneath the deep waters surrounding the Galapagos Islands, a strange silhouette appears amid the dark blue of the Pacific. It is the hammerhead shark. With a wide head extending to both sides, it looks like a creature from a primitive world. It was designed by evolution with a shape as strange as it is perfect. Its hammer-shaped head is no accident of nature. This structure allows it to expand its field of vision and better detect movements underwater. It can perceive the electrical signals emitted by fish, rays, and other prey hidden in the sand. In a vast ocean, where sight alone is not always enough, the hammerhead shark turns its own body into an extraordinary search system. In Galapagos, these sharks can gather in impressive schools, especially near areas where marine currents bring food from the depths. To see them swimming together is to behold an ancient dance. Dozens of gray bodies advance in silence and turn with precision. They disappear and reappear among the blue waters like living shadows. Although its appearance may seem intimidating, the hammerhead shark plays an essential role in the balance of the marine ecosystem. As a predator, it helps control the populations of fish and rays. It eliminates weak or sick individuals and keeps the food chain healthy. Its presence indicates that the ocean still retains part of its natural strength. When it detects prey, the hammerhead shark changes its swimming rhythm and points its head toward the source of movement. It approaches with precision, measuring the distance and following every electrical signal in the water. Then, it suddenly accelerates and attacks with a swift bite before the prey can escape. If the attempt is successful, the invisible balance of the reef is fulfilled once more. The hunter feeds, and the chain of life continues. Yet even this extraordinary hunter faces dangers. It cannot fight with strength or speed. Bycatch, targeted fishing for their fins, ocean pollution, and climate change threaten their migratory routes. Their slow reproduction makes them particularly vulnerable. Any lost population takes a long time to recover. In the waters of Galapagos, the hammerhead shark is not just a predator. It is a living relic of evolution, a magnificent creature that reminds us that nature does not always seek simple forms. As its silhouette fades into the depths, the ocean leaves us with an unforgettable image. It is the image of an ancient being, perfect in its rarity, sailing through one of the last wild sanctuaries. The hammerhead shark remains a lord of the Pacific depths. In the cold waters that embrace the Galapagos Islands, an extraordinary creature breaks all known rules of reptiles, the marine iguana. With its dark skin, robust body, and a crest of spines running down its back, it looks like a small dragon arisen from the lava in the ocean. It is the only marine lizard on the planet, a species that transformed its evolutionary destiny to conquer a territory that no other similar reptile could dominate. Its life depends on a humble yet essential food: marine algae. To obtain it, the iguana plunges into the water, swimming with lateral movements of its tail and clinging to submerged rocks while scraping the underwater vegetation. It can hold its breath for long minutes and, in some cases, descend to depths of about 20 meters. But each dive comes with a cost. The ocean rapidly robs it of heat, so it must return to the volcanic rocks, stretch its body under the sun, and recover the lost energy. On this boundary between two worlds, the marine iguana becomes a perfect symbol of Galapagos. It lives between the scorching land and the freezing sea, between the slowness of a reptile and the agility of a swimmer. Its dark body absorbs heat, its claws grip the lava, and its nasal glands expel the excess salt accumulated during feeding. Every detail of its anatomy reveals a precise solution to an extreme environment. On the beaches of the archipelago, another inhabitant transforms the harshness of the ocean into play and movement: the Galapagos sea lion. At first glance, they seem like carefree creatures, resting on the sand or rolling among the waves with an almost childlike energy. But behind that playful appearance lies a demanding life, marked by the constant search for food and vigilance against predators. In the water, sea lions reveal their true nature. Their agile bodies slice through currents with surprising ease, turning, accelerating, and changing direction as if the ocean were their natural stage. They hunt fish and squid, and can dive to great depths when necessary. For them, every game is also training. Every chase strengthens their reflexes, and every return to the beach is a brief pause in an existence dominated by the sea. Their colonies fill the shores with calls, movements, and family bonds. Mothers recognize their pups amidst the noise of the beach, while the youngsters practice their first skills in shallow waters. In an archipelago where survival demands resilience, sea lions demonstrate that wildlife can also be expressed through curiosity and unexpected joy. And above this world of lava and waves, frigate birds dominate the sky like black shadows suspended in the wind. With long, light wings, they can glide for hours by riding air currents, barely moving a feather. They seem like birds made to belong to the horizon, navigators of the sky who rarely need to touch the surface of the sea. During the breeding season, males display one of the most striking spectacles of Galapagos. They inflate their red throat pouch into a bright balloon, raise their heads, and shake their wings to attract females. It is a ceremony of color, sound, and endurance, where every gesture can decide the future of a new generation. But behind their aerial elegance lies a daring strategy. Frigate birds cannot dive or swim like other seabirds, which is why they have perfected a form of survival based on cunning. They chase other birds in mid-flight to force them to drop their food, seizing every opportunity the sky offers. In Galapagos, even the most graceful beauty can hide a relentless struggle for energy. Thus, among iguanas that defy the ocean, sea lions that turn survival into a game, and frigate birds that rule the currents of the sky, Galapagos reveals a profound truth. Every creature has found a different way to endure. Some cling to the lava, others dance among the waves, and others survive suspended in the wind. All are essential pieces of this volcanic puzzle. Along the volcanic coasts and beaches bathed by the Pacific, some of the most iconic birds of Galapagos turn the archipelago into a stage. Beauty, adaptation, and survival intertwine in every movement. Among them, the blue-footed booby stands out, a bird whose appearance seems designed to capture attention. Its unmistakable turquoise blue feet gleam under the tropical sun and play a decisive role during the breeding season. Males perform a carefully synchronized display, lifting one foot after another while showcasing their coloration to the females. The more intense the blue, the stronger the signal of good health and reproductive capability tends to be. However, behind this almost comical image hides a highly efficient predator. From several meters high, boobies locate schools of fish and plunge into the ocean at striking speeds. Their aerodynamic bodies pierce the water's surface like living projectiles. Many of these attacks occur in groups, where coordination increases the likelihood of success and demonstrates a remarkable capacity to adapt. While the blue-footed booby dominates the open coasts, the red-footed booby has found another path to thrive. This species usually nests in shrubs and trees, which is uncommon for seabirds. From the canopy, it observes both the forest and the ocean, taking advantage of a privileged position to watch over its surroundings. Their intense red feet serve a similar function to those of their blue-footed relatives. They are visual indicators of physical condition and play an important role in courtship. But their true specialty lies in the air. Thanks to their long wings, they can travel vast distances over the open ocean, exploring extensive areas before spotting a feeding opportunity. When the moment arrives, they descend precisely toward the surface, catching fish that swim close to the water. While these birds fill the sky, another figure dominates the coastal currents. The brown pelican patrols the waters with a blend of power and elegance that is hard to match. Flying just above the surface, it constantly scans the sea for suspicious movements. Suddenly, it folds its wings and dives headfirst. The impact against the water is spectacular. Its massive beak and the flexible pouch underneath act as a natural net, capable of capturing fish along with large quantities of water. It then filters out the liquid and keeps only its reward. This technique, perfected over millions of years, makes the pelican one of the most effective fishermen of the archipelago. In the brackish lagoons of some islands, a completely different presence appears. The Galapagos flamingos advance slowly through shallow waters, reflecting pink hues onto the calm surface. Their coloration comes from the pigments present in small crustaceans and microorganisms that form part of their diet. Their long necks, slender legs, and specialized beaks allow them to exploit food resources inaccessible to many other birds. Although they convey a sense of absolute calm, they survive in environments where food availability can vary drastically. Every step and every filtration of water is part of a refined strategy to thrive in changing conditions. Near mangroves, lagoons, and estuaries, the blue heron represents another form of evolutionary perfection. Unlike species that rely on speed or strength, this hunter bases its success on patience. It remains motionless for long periods, intently watching the surface. When it spots an opportunity, everything happens in a fraction of a second. A fish approaches. The heron calculates the distance. Then it lunges its sharp beak with extraordinary speed, capturing the prey before it can react. This combination of calmness and precision makes the blue heron one of the most effective hunters. Together, these birds reveal different strategies for facing the challenges of island life. Some conquer the ocean from the heights. Others dominate tranquil lagoons, and others transform courtship into a true work of art. All of them are proof that in Galapagos, evolution did not create a single formula for survival. Among the landscapes of solidified lava and fields of dark rock that dominate much of Galapagos, a small creature moves with surprising speed. At first glance, it might go unnoticed, mistaken for the shadows cast upon the volcanic terrain. However, the lava lizard is one of the most successful and best adapted inhabitants of the entire archipelago. Its compact body, rapid movements, and dark coloration allow it to blend seamlessly into the environment. Every rock becomes a shelter, and every crevice offers protection. In a world where temperatures can vary drastically between day and night, these small reptiles have developed an extraordinary ability to regulate their energy. They make use of every available resource. During the early hours of the morning, when the air still retains the freshness of the night, the lizards slowly emerge to absorb the heat accumulated in the volcanic rocks. Like all reptiles, they rely on external sources to regulate their body temperature. The sun becomes an indispensable ally, and the black lava works like a gigantic natural battery that stores energy for hours. Once active, they begin a constant search for food. Insects, spiders, small invertebrates, and even fallen fruits are part of their diet. Their opportunistic behavior allows them to exploit practically any available resource in an ecosystem where abundance is not always guaranteed. This dietary flexibility has been one of the keys to their evolutionary success. But life in Galapagos is never simple. Birds of prey, herons, and other predators constantly watch the ground. At the slightest danger, the lava lizard vanishes among the rocks with impressive speed. Its reflexes are the result of thousands of generations in suns, subjected to intense natural selection pressure. In a matter of seconds, it can go from being completely exposed to becoming an invisible shadow among the lava. Although its size is modest, its ecological importance is immense. It helps control insect populations, participates in the dispersal of certain seeds, and serves as a food source for numerous species. Every individual is part of a complex biological web where even the smallest creatures perform essential functions. Scientists consider lava lizards to be one of the most interesting examples of evolutionary diversification on the islands. Different populations have developed distinct characteristics adapted to the specific conditions of each island. This demonstrates how geographic isolation can slowly shape new forms of life over time. And perhaps therein lies one of the deepest lessons of Galapagos. It is not only the giant tortoises, hammerhead sharks, or marine iguanas that tell the story of evolution. It is also these small creatures that live among the lava and the silence. Each represents a different solution to the challenges imposed by nature. With this, we reach the end of our journey through the Galapagos Islands, one of the most extraordinary places on the planet. From the depths of the ocean to the volcanic shores, each species reveals a unique chapter of adaptation, survival, and resilience. Galapagos is much more than a remote archipelago. It is a living laboratory where evolution continues to write its history. This is a place where earth, sea, and sky remain connected by a delicate balance that sustains thousands of life forms. However, this natural treasure also faces growing challenges. Climate change, marine pollution, and human pressure threaten ecosystems that took millions of years to form. Protecting Galapagos means protecting much more than a group of islands. It means preserving a living library of evolution, an invaluable source of scientific knowledge, and a natural legacy for future generations. Every protected species is another page that remains open in the story of life. As the sun sets over the Pacific, Galapagos leaves us with a lesson that transcends science. Life possesses an extraordinary capacity to adapt, endure, and flourish, even in the most challenging places. And perhaps that is the greatest wonder of all. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to support the channel with a like, subscribe, and share this journey. Which Galapagos species surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. Beneath the crystal-clear waters surrounding the Galapagos Islands, an ancient silhouette glides with an almost sacred calm: the green sea turtle. Unlike the giant land tortoises that walk slowly over volcanic lava, this traveler of the ocean seems to belong to another time. It moves between currents, reefs, and underwater meadows with a silent elegance. Its hydrodynamic shell, powerful flippers, and serene gaze reveal a life shaped by millions of years of evolution. The green sea turtle plays a fundamental role in the balance of the marine ecosystem. By feeding on seagrasses and algae, it helps keep these underwater meadows healthy. These serve as a refuge for juvenile fish, crustaceans, and many other life forms. Every bite contributes to renewing the seabed, preventing vegetation from overgrowing. It allows oxygen, light, and nutrients to continue sustaining underwater life. This behavior makes the green sea turtle a keystone species for many coastal ecosystems. Where they graze regularly, seagrass meadows can remain younger, more productive, and more resilient. These habitats also sequester carbon, stabilize sediments, and offer natural protection to countless organisms. Thus, a turtle that seems to move silently participates in one of the ocean's most important ecological processes. But its existence is not simple. From the moment it is born, the green sea turtle faces a desperate race for survival. Hatchlings emerge from the sand and advance toward the sea, guided by the light of the horizon. Meanwhile, birds, crabs, and predatory fish stalk their every move. Only a few will manage to reach adulthood. Those that survive will travel immense distances across the ocean, returning years later to beaches similar to those where they were born. In Galapagos, these turtles are a symbol of resilience and continuity. They can be seen resting near reefs, swimming alongside tropical fish, or ascending to the surface to breathe. Their presence connects land and sea, the sand where they are born, and the currents where they grow. It reminds us that every ecosystem is linked by invisible threads. Today, however, the green sea turtle also faces human-induced threats. Plastic pollution, bycatch, ocean warming, and the loss of nesting beaches put their future at risk. Artificial lights near shores can disorient hatchlings, drawing them away from the sea. Rising sand temperatures can also affect the natural balance of future generations. Protecting them does not mean saving just one beautiful species. It means defending seagrass meadows, reefs, food chains, and the living memory of an ocean that has sustained life for millions of years. Every turtle that successfully returns to the sea represents a chance of continuity for an entire natural system. As a green sea turtle slowly drifts away among the rays of light, Galapagos offers us a profound lesson. Survival is not always expressed through speed or strength, but through patience, orientation, and an ancestral connection to the planet. In the silence of the ocean, this green traveler continues to write a story of resilience, balance, and hope. In the deep waters surrounding the Galapagos Islands, an immense shadow appears from the blue, as if emerging from another world. It is the giant manta ray. With its massive wings extended, it seems to fly beneath the sea, gliding with a grace that belies its colossal size. It can reach a wingspan of several meters, but its presence conveys no threat. There is only a silent majesty, as if the ocean itself had taken shape and motion. The giant manta ray is a tireless traveler. It veers vast distances following marine currents, where it finds concentrations of plankton, small crustaceans, and microscopic organisms that sustain its life. Unlike large predators that hunt with teeth and speed, the manta feeds by filtering the water. It opens its wide mouth while swimming slowly, channeling food toward its gills with extraordinary precision. In every movement, it transforms the invisible into energy. It proves that even the largest creatures can depend on the smallest life forms. Its wide, elegant body is perfectly adapted to the open ocean. Its cephalic fins, located on either side of its mouth, function as natural guides that direct the flow of water and food. When unfurled, they look like soft horns. When rolled up, they give it an almost mysterious appearance. This unique anatomy makes the giant manta ray one of the most recognizable and fascinating creatures in the marine world. In Galapagos, its appearance is a spectacle of rare beauty. It may swim alone in the blue waters or gather in areas where currents concentrate food. Sometimes, it slowly ascends to the surface. Other times, it vanishes into the depths with a single broad sweep of its fins. For small fish, its body can become a living station, a place to seek refuge or clean off parasites. Thus, the manta does not just pass through the ecosystem. It is also part of a network of silent relationships that keep the balance of the ocean alive. Yet even this gentle giant faces growing threats. Bycatch, marine pollution, and the degradation of coastal habitats can disrupt the migration routes and feeding grounds of these oceanic travelers. Their slow reproduction rate makes them particularly vulnerable. Every loss weighs heavily on the future of the species. Protecting the giant manta ray means protecting the currents, the plankton, the reefs, and the marine corridors. These corridors connect the islands to the vastness of the Pacific. As a giant manta ray glides away beneath the rays of light, Galapagos reveals another of its great truths. The force of nature does not always roar, does not always bite, and does not always pursue. Sometimes greatness moves in silence. It filters the ocean and follows the currents. It reminds us that even giants depend on the smallest elements to survive. Among the crevices of volcanic rocks and hidden reefs beneath the waters of Galapagos dwells a creature as intelligent as it is mysterious. It is the octopus. At first glance, it seems like just another shadow among the stones, an undefined shape lost in the underwater landscape. However, behind that unassuming appearance hides one of the most extraordinary animals in the entire ocean. The octopus possesses an ability that seems straight out of science fiction. In a matter of seconds, it can completely transform its appearance. It can change the color, pattern, and even texture of its skin. Its specialized cells, called chromatophores, function like millions of tiny pigments that allow it to shift from dark brown to deep red. It can shift from volcanic gray to golden or mottled tones. In an instant, it can turn into rock, coral, sand, or shadow, vanishing before the eyes of predators and prey alike. But this art of camouflage is not merely a defensive tool. It is also a powerful hunting weapon. Hidden among the rocks, the octopus patiently observes its surroundings with its large, alert eyes. It detects the movement of an unsuspecting crab. It remains motionless, fused with the landscape. Then, in a sudden burst of speed, it extends its 8 arms and snatches the prey before it has a chance to react. The attack lasts just a few seconds, but it is the result of a perfect strategy of patience, intelligence, and deception. Each of its arms is covered with hundreds of suckers capable of perceiving texture, taste, and movement. It is as if it can touch and taste the world at the same time. This extraordinary sensitivity allows it to explore crevices, locate hidden prey, and manipulate objects with surprising precision. Scientists consider the octopus to be one of the most intelligent invertebrates on the planet. They are capable of solving complex problems, opening containers, and learning through experience. When danger appears, the spectacle becomes even more impressive. The octopus can expel a cloud of dark ink that confuses its pursuers while it vanishes into the shadows. In just a few moments, the hunter becomes a ghost. What seemed to be a visible creature transforms into an impossible-to-follow illusion. In the waters of Galapagos, the octopus represents a different survival strategy. It does not rely on brute force or extreme speed. Its power lies in intelligence, adaptation, and the ability to become whatever the environment demands. It is an artist of deception, a master of color, and a silent hunter. This creature demonstrates how, in nature, the mind can be just as powerful as fangs or claws. As it slowly disappears among the volcanic rocks, it reminds us of a mystery. Some of the ocean's greatest mysteries are not the largest or the most feared. They are those capable of turning invisible before our very eyes. Beneath the clear waters of Galapagos lies a hidden world that few people get to behold in its full magnitude. Coral reefs. Although they may seem like simple rock formations covered in color, they are actually genuine underwater cities, built slowly by tiny organisms over thousands of years. Among their crevices, tunnels, and coral gardens, an explosion of life unfolds, sustaining countless marine species. Reefs are shelters, feeding grounds, and natural nurseries. Thousands of juvenile fish find protection among the coral branches before venturing into the open ocean. Among the shadows of these structures, a serpentine and enigmatic figure emerges, the moray eel. Hidden within crevices for much of the day, it looks like a creature out of an ancient marine legend. Its mouth continuously opens and closes, revealing sharp teeth that intimidate any unsuspecting visitor. This movement is not a threat, but a way to pump water through its gills to breathe. The moray eel is a patient hunter that remains motionless while intently observing its surroundings. It detects the movement of a distracted fish. Then, it suddenly abandons its hiding place and launches an explosive attack. Its flexible body allows it to pursue prey inside narrow spaces where few predators can enter. In an ecosystem full of hiding places, the moray eel has become a specialist in ambush. Yet not all reef inhabitants live hidden in the shadows. Swimming above the corals appears one of the ocean's most important gardeners, the surgeonfish. Recognizable by its brilliant colors and sharp spine, this fish plays an essential role in the health of the reef. By feeding on algae, surgeonfish prevent them from completely covering the corals. Without them, algae could grow unchecked, blocking light and hindering the development of many other species. Every day they perform a silent labor that helps maintain the ecological balance of the entire reef. They are small guardians whose importance far exceeds their size. Swimming around them are angelfish, considered among the most beautiful inhabitants of tropical oceans. Their intense colors transform the reef into a true living gallery. Their elegant movements bring a sense of calm and beauty to an environment where the struggle for survival never stops. But angelfish are much more than an underwater work of art. By feeding on small invertebrates and sponges, they actively participate in the complex ecological network of the reef. Each species occupies a specific role, contributing to the delicate balance that allows the entire marine community to thrive. Together, corals, moray eels, surgeonfish, and angelfish form part of one of the most extraordinary biological partnerships on Earth. Every organism depends on the others. Every interaction sustains the stability of the ecosystem. Every corner of the reef proves that even the smallest creatures can perform essential functions for the survival of an entire ocean. As the sun's rays pierce the water and illuminate the colors of the reef, Galapagos reminds us of a great lesson. The true strength of life is not found in a single species, but in the invisible connections that unite them all. This balance is the heart of the archipelago. Yet even in a sanctuary as extraordinary as Galapagos, the ocean is no longer completely safe. Beneath the beauty of its blue waters, a silent threat advances with the force of an invisible tide. Climate change, plastic pollution, and the growing pressure of human activities are the culprits. Rising sea temperatures are altering the balance of marine ecosystems. Marine heat waves are becoming more frequent, longer, and more intense. They affect corals, fish, turtles, manta rays, and many species that rely on stable currents to feed and reproduce. According to the IPCC, coastal ecosystems are already being impacted by ocean warming and acidification. Oxygen loss and sea level rise add to the complexity of the problem. Plastic pollution adds another threat. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste reach rivers, lakes, and seas. The United Nations Environment Program estimates that between 19 and 23 million tons of plastic leak into aquatic ecosystems annually. Without real action, this figure could increase dramatically in the coming decades. For a sea turtle, a plastic bag can look like a jellyfish. For a seabird, a fragment of plastic can be mistaken for food. For small fish, microplastics can enter the food chain and advance silently until they reach larger predators. Thus, pollution does not stay in one place, but travels with the currents and crosses borders. In Galapagos, protecting the sea means protecting much more than beautiful landscapes. It means defending the feeding grounds of green sea turtles and the roots of giant manta rays. We must guard the shelters of octopuses, the colonies of sea lions, and the incredible web of life that connects each island. Every species performs a function such as cleaning the seabed or controlling populations. Others transport nutrients and sustain the invisible balance of the entire ecosystem. Therefore, conservation is not just a romantic idea. It is a scientific, ecological, and human necessity. Reducing single-use plastic and protecting marine protected areas are essential steps to safeguard our future. Supporting responsible fishing and understanding the impact of global warming will ensure this living laboratory exists for future generations. If this journey helped you discover the fragility of the ocean, please support us. Support this documentary with a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with nature lovers. Every comment, subscription, and view helps more people realize the importance of protecting wildlife. And now, tell us which Galapagos creature impressed you the most. Was it the green sea turtle, the giant manta ray, the octopus, the marine iguana, or the sea lions? Leave it in the comments, because the more we learn about the ocean, the more we understand that protecting it is not an option. It is a responsibility to the future of life on Earth.
En los confines congelados de la Antártida, donde el hielo se encuentra con el mar en una danza eterna de fuerzas primordiales, vive una cantante de las profundidades, la foca de Weddell. Con su apariencia tranquila y pacífica, es una sobreviviente de las aguas gélidas, adaptada de manera única para prosperar en este ambiente hostil. Aunque a primera vista parece ser solo una habitante más de los glaciares, guarda secretos profundos bajo la superficie helada. En las aguas oscuras y frías, la foca de Weddell revela su verdadero talento. Es una de las mejores buceadoras del reino animal, capaz de descender hasta 600 metros de profundidad y permanecer sumergida durante casi una hora. Con una habilidad que desafía a la lógica, se mueve graciosamente entre las capas de hielo y la vasta oscuridad del océano polar en busca de peces y calamares que componen su dieta. Pero quizás el aspecto más fascinante de esta foca sea su canto debajo de las placas de hielo. Su llamado resuena en largas melodías misteriosas, reverberando como sinfonías olvidadas. Sus sonidos agudos y graves crean un ambiente subacuático casi etéreo, un verdadero concierto en las profundidades heladas. Los científicos aún intentan desentrañar el propósito completo de estos cantos, una lengua secreta entre las focas, un modo de orientarse en las aguas oscuras, o simplemente una expresión de vida en medio del silencio absoluto. Sobrevivir en la matas en la Antártida requiere más que solo habilidades de caza. La foca de Weddell enfrenta uno de los mayores desafíos del continente: mantener acceso al aire mientras vive bajo capas de hielo. Con sus afiladas garras delanteras, excava agujeros en el hielo manteniéndolos abiertos día tras día, en un esfuerzo constante para garantizar que haya una abertura para respirar. Esta tarea diaria puede parecer simple, pero cuando las temperaturas descienden y el hielo se cierra a su alrededor, cada agujero en el hielo es la diferencia entre la vida y la muerte. En la superficie, la foca de Weddell parece serena, casi ajena a la vasta extensión congelada que la rodea. Se la puede ver descansando sobre plataformas de hielo, un contraste entre su tranquilidad en la superficie y su intensa vida submarina. Las madres cuidan de sus crías enseñándoles los caminos del hielo y del océano, asegurando que la próxima generación continúe dominando las profundidades. Con su combinación de fuerza, serenidad y habilidad musical, la foca de Weddell es más que solo una habitante de estas aguas. Es una verdadera guardiana de los misterios del océano polar. En el escenario helado de la Antártida, su canción resuena recordándonos que incluso en las regiones más inhóspitas del planeta, la vida florece con resiliencia y belleza. En las aguas profundas y gélidas de la Antártida, donde el hielo se encuentra con el océano en un abrazo frío y mortal, uno de los depredadores más inteligentes y formidables del planeta se desliza con elegancia. La orca, conocida como la ballena asesina, es la cazadora soberana de estos mares helados. Pero su verdadera arma no es solo la fuerza o la velocidad, sino la inteligencia. Viviendo en grupos altamente organizados, las orcas trabajan en equipo utilizando estrategias complejas y adaptables que las convierten en cazadoras implacables. Cada movimiento está planificado con precisión y cada miembro del grupo tiene su papel definido. Patrullan el océano como una unidad militar, ágiles y silenciosas, rodeando a sus presas con una eficacia aterradora. Focas, pingüinos e incluso ballenas más pequeñas son blanco de sus tácticas coordinadas. El hielo, que para otras criaturas es un obstáculo intransitable, es solo una herramienta más para la orca, en una de las escenas más impresionantes de la naturaleza. Estas ballenas trabajan juntas para crear olas que hacen caer a las focas de los bloques de hielo flotantes. Con una sincronización perfecta, se sumergen y avanzan al unísono formando una ola artificial que arrastra a sus presas indefensas hacia el mar. Esta cooperación sofisticada y letal destaca a la orca como una depredadora incomparable en las aguas antárticas. Pero la orca no es solo una cazadora implacable. Dentro de cada grupo hay una compleja red social guiada principalmente por las hembras más viejas. La transmisión de conocimientos entre generaciones garantiza que las más jóvenes aprendan las estrategias de caza y las rutas de migración. Estos lazos familiares son fuertes, y cada miembro del grupo es esencial para la supervivencia de la unidad como un todo. Bajo el agua, la orca es una maestra de la acústica. Utilizando la ecolocación, navega en las profundidades oscuras con perfección, emitiendo clics y sonidos que resuenan por el océano, captando ecos que revelan la ubicación de sus presas. En un entorno donde la visibilidad es limitada, el sonido se convierte en la clave para su supervivencia. Cuando no están cazando las orcas, pueden ser vistas emergiendo en las aguas heladas. Sus grandes aletas dorsales cortando la superficie como cuchillas negras contra el blanco del hielo. Hay una imponente serenidad en ellas, un poder que se mueve sin esfuerzo por las corrientes antárticas. Son símbolos de la perfección predatoria, recordándonos que en el reino de las aguas heladas reinan supremas. En la vastedad del océano Antártico, la orca es tanto cazadora como líder. Sobrevive y prospera no solo por su fuerza física, sino por el uso inteligente de su mente aguda y la cooperación de su familia. En cada inmersión, en cada ataque cuidadosamente orquestado, las orcas nos muestran que la verdadera supervivencia en las tierras heladas no depende solo de la brutalidad, sino de la inteligencia. En las aguas profundas y heladas que rodean la Antártida, surge una presencia que desafía la imaginación, gigantesca, la ballena azul. El ser vivo más grande que jamás haya habitado la Tierra, se desliza bajo las olas con más de 30 metros de longitud y pesando hasta 200 toneladas. Su magnitud es casi indescriptible. Aún así, esta criatura colosal se mueve con una gracia que parece desafiar su tamaño. En cada migración anual, las ballenas azules regresan a las ricas aguas antárticas para alimentarse atraídas por la abundancia de krill que brota en las corrientes heladas. La alimentación es un arte. Con una sola bocanada engullen miles de litros de agua, filtrando a través de sus barbas un banquete de diminutos crustáceos. Este acto simple pero monumental sostiene sus enormes cuerpos. A pesar de su tamaño, la ballena azul es una criatura discreta. Su canto, sin embargo, resuena por las profundidades del océano. Las notas graves y largas que emite pueden viajar cientos de kilómetros ecoando, como el sonido de un gigante solitario en el vasto desierto marino. Los científicos creen que estos cantos, que parecen llevar consigo la tristeza y la majestuosidad de las eras, sirven tanto para la comunicación como para la navegación en las vastas y oscuras aguas. Aunque es una criatura de tamaño monumental, la ballena azul es sorprendentemente frágil. Durante el siglo XX, la caza industrial casi llevó a estos gigantes a la extinción. Hoy todavía, en recuperación, siguen siendo símbolos de la vulnerabilidad de las criaturas más grandiosas ante las fuerzas destructivas del hombre. Cada ballena azul que navega por las aguas antárticas es un testimonio vivo de la resistencia y la esperanza de que todavía podemos preservar a estos magníficos seres. Mientras se mueven por las aguas, sus enormes cuerpos son como montañas vivientes, deslizándose silenciosamente por un mundo de hielo y profundidades. En raros momentos, sus enormes colas rompen la superficie del océano creando una ola que resuena en el agua como un signo de su monumental presencia, y enseguida desaparecen nuevamente en las profundidades como fantasmas del océano, invisibles, pero siempre presentes. Estos gigantes de los mares no son solo símbolos de poder y grandiosidad, son guardianes silenciosos de un ecosistema complejo y frágil. Su simple existencia nos recuerda la belleza y la vulnerabilidad del mundo natural. En el corazón helado de la Antártida, la ballena azul continúa su eterna travesía. Uno de los últimos titanes del océano, moviéndose con serenidad y fuerza por aguas tan vastas como su propia leyenda. Entre los glaciares y las aguas profundas de la Antártida, donde el océano palpita con vida, surge una presencia grandiosa de las profundidades, la ballena jorobada. Conocida por sus saltos impresionantes y sus misteriosos cantos, la jorobada es una de las criaturas más carismáticas que navegan por los mares helados del sur. Su cuerpo, marcado por cicatrices de una vida de migraciones y aventuras oceánicas, refleja la épica travesía que realiza año tras año. A diferencia de su pariente gigante, la ballena azul, la jorobada es una acróbata de los mares. Su comportamiento extravagante es fascinante. Salta fuera del agua arrojando su enorme cuerpo al aire, con una fuerza impresionante como si desafiara la gravedad y al propio océano. Cada salto crea una ola de energía, mientras el agua salpica y brilla bajo la fría luz del sol antártico. Estos movimientos, además de espectaculares, forman parte de su lenguaje, una forma de comunicación con otras jorobadas. Pero lo que realmente hace única a la ballena jorobada es su canto. En el vasto silencio de las profundidades, su canción resuena por miles de kilómetros. Cada nota es rica, cargada de misterio, un himno ancestral que cuenta historias del océano y de la vida. Cada población de jorobadas tiene su propia melodía, un complejo conjunto de patrones sonoros que cambian y evolucionan con el tiempo. Estos cantos, que pueden durar hasta 20 minutos, son una verdadera sinfonía marina, y su función sigue intrigando a los científicos. Son cantos de apareamiento, mensajes de navegación, o quizás una meditación profunda en el corazón de los océanos. Cada año las jorobadas recorren miles de kilómetros en una de las migraciones más largas de cualquier mamífero, viajando desde las aguas tropicales hasta las áreas de alimentación en la Antártida. Aquí, en las aguas ricas en krill, se alimentan en masa, preparando sus cuerpos para el largo viaje de regreso. Su técnica de alimentación es otro espectáculo en sí. Trabajando en grupo, las jorobadas crean una red de burbujas, atrapando bancos de peces en una trampa hecha de aire y ascendiendo a la superficie con las bocas abiertas en un movimiento coreografiado de precisión. Las jorobadas son seres sociales, y esa constante interacción con otras ballenas es parte de lo que las hace tan especiales. Juegan, cantan y se alimentan juntas, creando vínculos fuertes que cruzan las aguas frías y turbias del sur. Ver a una de estas gigantes surgir de las profundidades y saltar fuera del agua es presenciar una de las mayores demostraciones de fuerza y gracia de la naturaleza. En el reino de las aguas heladas de la Antártida, la ballena jorobada es la artista de las profundidades. Su presencia es una celebración de la vida salvaje e indomable, que florece incluso en los entornos más inhóspitos. Cada salto, cada canción es un recordatorio de que en el océano helado e infinito hay belleza, conexión y un profundo misterio esperando ser desvelado. En las profundidades oscuras del océano Antártico, donde la luz del sol nunca llega y la presión aplastaría a cualquier ser menos preparado, el cachalote reina supremo. Con su cuerpo masivo y cabeza inmensa, es el mayor de los depredadores dentados del planeta. Pero a diferencia de otros cazadores, el cachalote vive en un mundo de sombras y silencio, descendiendo más profundo que cualquier otra criatura de su tamaño, en busca de presas que solo existen en el abismo. Estos gigantes del mar son conocidos por sus inmersiones épicas, descendiendo a más de 2000 metros de profundidad. Permanecen sumergidos hasta 2 horas, enfrentándose a la oscuridad absoluta y a una presión que podría fácilmente destruir a un ser humano. Y es en las profundidades donde el cachalote encuentra su presa favorita, el calamar gigante. En un duelo silencioso, estas colosales criaturas se enfrentan en las profundidades del océano, una batalla entre titanes invisible para el mundo de la superficie. Con su sonar altamente desarrollado, el cachalote navega las aguas oscuras, emitiendo clics tan potentes que pueden escucharse a kilómetros de distancia. Estos clics funcionan como un radar, permitiéndole mapear su entorno y detectar a sus presas con una precisión asombrosa. En el corazón del océano, donde la visibilidad es inexistente, el sonido se convierte en su única conexión con el mundo que lo rodea. Por encima de las profundidades, el cachalote también es una criatura social viviendo en grupos llamados matriarcados. Las hembras y los jóvenes forman lazos profundos, compartiendo conocimientos de generación en generación. Las hembras mayores enseñan a las más jóvenes cómo bucear en las profundidades, cómo cuidar a los críos y cómo sobrevivir en uno de los entornos más extremos de la Tierra. Los machos, por otro lado, llevan una vida más solitaria, migrando a grandes distancias y regresando a las áreas de reproducción solo ocasionalmente. Cuando el cachalote emerge después de una inmersión profunda, el espectáculo es impresionante. Su cuerpo gigantesco rompe la superficie y exhala un chorro de agua que se eleva como una columna contra el horizonte helado. Y luego, con un movimiento lento y poderoso, su cola desaparece en las profundidades nuevamente, marcando el comienzo de otra jornada en el abismo. Estas inmersiones son de una tranquilidad en la superficie, pero de intensa acción en las profundidades, donde cazará y navegará de formas que solo ahora estamos empezando a comprender. El cachalote, con su formidable intelecto y su habilidad para explorar las partes más inaccesibles del océano, es una de las criaturas más enigmáticas y poderosas de la Antártida. Un verdadero gigante de las profundidades, cuya vida es un misterio envuelto en las aguas gélidas, donde pocas criaturas se atreven a seguir. En las profundidades del océano Antártico es tanto un explorador como un depredador, navegando las sombras como el maestro del abismo. En las playas heladas de la Antártida, donde el hielo se encuentra con el mar, surgen gigantes impresionantes. El elefante marino, con su cuerpo colosal y presencia imponente, domina este paisaje costero inhóspito. El mayor de todos, los pinípedos. Los machos pueden llegar a pesar más de 4 toneladas y medir hasta 6 metros de largo. Sus enormes cuerpos son un contraste marcado con el hielo y las frías aguas circundantes. Con una piel gruesa y arrugada y una nariz que recuerda a una trompa, estos gigantes parecen fuera de lugar en el hielo, pero no te equivoques. El elefante marino es un maestro de la adaptación. Pasa gran parte de su vida en el océano, buceando a profundidades impresionantes, de hasta 2000 metros, en busca de peces y calamares en las oscuras aguas del sur. Silencioso y ágil bajo el agua, es un cazador paciente capaz de permanecer sumergido por más de 1 hora mientras explora las profundidades. Sin embargo, es en tierra firme donde estos gigantes realmente muestran su fuerza. Durante la temporada de apareamiento, los machos, conocidos como toros, emergen del agua y compiten por el control de grandes harenes de hembras. El espectáculo es brutal. Estos colosos se enfrentan en batallas épicas, donde el peso y la fuerza son decisivos. Rugiendo y embistiéndose luchan hasta que solo el más fuerte queda para gobernar la playa. Mientras los machos libran sus batallas por la supremacía, las hembras cuidan de sus crías tras una gestación de casi un año. Los cachorros, pequeños en comparación con sus padres, crecen rápidamente alimentados con la leche rica en grasa proporcionada por sus madres. En pocos meses estarán listos para aventurarse en el océano donde enfrentarán los desafíos de la vida marina antártica. Ver a estos gigantes moverse en tierra es un espectáculo inusual. Sus cuerpos pesados y lentos parecen torpes, pero están impulsados por una fuerza inmensa. Cada movimiento, cada avance sobre la arena o el hielo es una demostración de pura determinación. Y aunque sus vidas en tierra son breves y centradas en la reproducción, es en el océano donde verdaderamente brillan. Criaturas enormes que desaparecen en las profundidades, emergiendo solo ocasionalmente para respirar, antes de sumergirse de nuevo en el reino de las sombras. Los elefantes marinos son al mismo tiempo símbolos de fuerza bruta y de adaptación perfecta a un ambiente extremo. En las costas de la Antártida, sus batallas, sus profundos buceos y sus complejas vidas sociales componen uno de los espectáculos más fascinantes de este continente helado. Son los señores de las playas y de las profundidades, sobreviviendo en uno de los ecosistemas más implacables del planeta. En las playas heladas de la Antártida, donde el hielo se encuentra con el mar, surgen gigantes impresionantes. El elefante marino, con su cuerpo colosal y presencia imponente, domina este paisaje costero inhóspito. El mayor de todos, los pinípedos. Los machos pueden llegar a pesar más de 4 toneladas y medir hasta 6 metros de largo. Sus enormes cuerpos son un contraste marcado con el hielo y las frías aguas circundantes. Con una piel gruesa y arrugada y una nariz que recuerda a una trompa, estos gigantes parecen fuera de lugar en el hielo, pero no te equivoques. El elefante marino es un maestro de la adaptación. Pasa gran parte de su vida en el océano buceando a profundidades impresionantes, de hasta 2000 metros en busca de peces y calamares en las oscuras aguas del sur. Silencioso y ágil bajo el agua, es un cazador paciente capaz de permanecer sumergido por más de 1 hora mientras explora las profundidades. Sin embargo, es en tierra firme donde estos gigantes realmente muestran su fuerza. Durante la temporada de apareamiento, los machos conocidos como toros emergen del agua y compiten por el control de grandes harenes de hembras. El espectáculo es brutal. Estos colosos se enfrentan en batallas épicas, donde el peso y la fuerza son decisivos. Rugiendo y embistiéndose luchan hasta que solo el más fuerte queda para gobernar la playa. Mientras los machos libran sus batallas por la supremacía, las hembras cuidan de sus crías tras una gestación de casi un año. Los cachorros, pequeños en comparación con sus padres, crecen rápidamente alimentados con la leche rica en grasa proporcionada por sus madres. En pocos meses estarán listos para aventurarse en el océano donde enfrentarán los desafíos de la vida marina antártica. Ver a estos gigantes moverse en tierra es un espectáculo inusual. Sus cuerpos pesados y lentos parecen torpes, pero están impulsados por una fuerza inmensa. Cada movimiento, cada avance sobre la arena o el hielo es una demostración de pura determinación. Y aunque sus vidas en tierra son breves y centradas en la reproducción, es en el océano donde verdaderamente brillan. Criaturas enormes que desaparecen en las profundidades, emergiendo solo ocasionalmente para respirar, antes de sumergirse de nuevo en el reino de las sombras. Los elefantes marinos son al mismo tiempo símbolos de fuerza bruta y de adaptación perfecta a un ambiente extremo. En las costas de la Antártida, sus batallas, sus profundos buceos y sus complejas vidas sociales componen uno de los espectáculos más fascinantes de este continente helado. Son los señores de las playas y de las profundidades, sobreviviendo en uno de los ecosistemas más implacables del planeta. Cada paso en la ladera rocosa, cada inmersión en el agua, cada vez que asoma la cabeza entre las olas frías, es parte de un ritmo de supervivencia pulido durante innumerables generaciones. Pero también, por estar tan ligado al ritmo del hielo marino y del krill, el barbijo es una de las criaturas que mejor muestra la fragilidad del océano austral. Si las corrientes cambian, el hielo se desplaza o las presas disminuyen, todo ese ritmo vital se tensa de inmediato hasta su límite. A pesar de su nombre de foca cangrejera, casi no come cangrejos. Su alimento principal es el krill antártico, y es precisamente esa dentadura inusual la que la ha convertido en una máquina de filtración viviente en el océano helado. Los adultos suelen medir entre 2,3 y 2,5 metros y pueden pesar unos 400 kilogramos, lo suficientemente grandes para resistir el frío extremo, pero lo bastante ágiles para moverse entre las cambiantes franjas de hielo marino. Sin la amenaza de la foca leopardo ni la magnitud del elefante marino, la foca cangrejera vive de un tipo de fuerza más silenciosa, una adaptación casi perfecta al ritmo del hielo. No persigue presas grandes. Filtra la vida de millones de seres minúsculos que flotan en las corrientes frías, y esa especialización la ha convertido en una de las especies de focas más abundantes de la región antártica. Su historia no trata de brutalidad, sino de la precisión de la evolución. Un cuerpo esbelto, un hocico largo y una dentadura que parece aterradora de cerca. Todo diseñado no para desgarrar carne, sino para explotar eficientemente uno de los recursos vitales más abundantes del planeta. En la Antártida, donde todo parece hostil y cruel, la foca cangrejera nos recuerda que a veces el mejor sobreviviente no es el más violento, sino el que mejor se adapta. Cada paso en la ladera rocosa, cada inmersión en el agua, cada vez que asoma la cabeza entre las olas frías, es parte de un ritmo de supervivencia pulido durante innumerables generaciones. Pero también, por estar tan ligado al ritmo del hielo marino y del krill, el barbijo es una de las criaturas que mejor muestra la fragilidad del océano austral. Si las corrientes cambian, el hielo se desplaza o las presas disminuyen, todo ese ritmo vital se tensa de inmediato hasta su límite. A pesar de su nombre de foca cangrejera, casi no come cangrejos. Su alimento principal es el krill antártico, y es precisamente esa dentadura inusual la que la ha convertido en una máquina de filtración viviente en el océano helado. Los adultos suelen medir entre 2,3 y 2,5 metros y pueden pesar unos 400 kilogramos, lo suficientemente grandes para resistir el frío extremo, pero lo bastante ágiles para moverse entre las cambiantes franjas de hielo marino. Sin la amenaza de la foca leopardo ni la magnitud del elefante marino, la foca cangrejera vive de un tipo de fuerza más silenciosa, una adaptación casi perfecta al ritmo del hielo. No persigue presas grandes. Filtra la vida de millones de seres minúsculos que flotan en las corrientes frías, y esa especialización la ha convertido en una de las especies de focas más abundantes de la región antártica. Su historia no trata de brutalidad, sino de la precisión de la evolución. Un cuerpo esbelto, un hocico largo y una dentadura que parece aterradora de cerca. Todo diseñado no para desgarrar carne, sino para explotar eficientemente uno de los recursos vitales más abundantes del planeta. En la Antártida, donde todo parece hostil y cruel, la foca cangrejera nos recuerda que a veces el mejor sobreviviente no es el más violento, sino el que mejor se adapta.
The first breath of winter swept across the Russian wilderness, not as a gentle whisper, but as a force of creation itself. A white tide surged down from the Arctic Circle, raced across the mountains, poured through the valleys, and consumed the land within hours. One moment, the boreal forests still swayed beneath the last golden leaves of autumn. The next, the sky darkened, the wind sharpened its teeth, and a storm older than civilization awakened with a roar. A blizzard lashed the tundra like a living wall of ice. Snowflakes were driven sideways in furious spirals, each carrying the cold of an entire continent. They coated every bare branch, buried every meadow, and muffled every sound. The world became a battlefield suspended between silence and the howl of winter. Across the endless Siberian taiga, towering conifers bent beneath the weight of accumulating frost. Their trunks creaked like ancient doors as the storm battered them, sealing the forest beneath layers of icy armor. The ground vanished beneath a growing white ocean, an ocean that would deepen, harden, and hold this land captive for half the year. Amid the sudden deep freeze, the first living silhouettes appeared. A solitary bull moose struggled through snow that reached its knees, while dense clouds of white vapor poured from its nostrils. Each breath lingered briefly in the air before being swallowed by the cold. Frost crystallized across its coat, transforming its magnificent antlers into a crown of ice. The animal lowered its head and moved forward with slow, cautious steps, aware that the season of abundance had ended and that the struggle for survival had begun. Far to the east, a shadow slipped between the trees. For a brief moment, the storm eased, revealing the amber eyes of a Siberian tiger watching the forest transform around it. Snow gathered on its whiskers. Its ears twitched at the distant crack of a frozen branch. Winter meant hunger, longer hunts, and greater risks. Yet it stood firm, muscles taut beneath an increasingly thick coat, as though challenging the storm itself. Above the leafless forest canopy, a golden eagle, the sovereign of the skies, fought against blinding winds, its wings stretched wide against the air currents. Every feather trembled in the cold. For an instant, the bird faltered, driven downward by a powerful gust. But it regained its balance and sliced through the storm with a triumphant cry. Its world was changing, yet its reign remained unchallenged. Out on the vast open tundra, a small white figure darted beneath the storm. An Arctic fox, already perfectly camouflaged against the frozen landscape, dug frantically through the snow, searching for the faintest trace of prey. Beneath the ice, mice and voles rushed through hidden tunnel networks, scrambling for shelter as the cold advanced inch by inch. Stretching for thousands of miles across dense forests, mountains, steppes, and tundra, every creature received the same message. Winter has arrived, and it demands a price. The ancient war between life and cold has begun. Welcome to the battle for survival in the Russian winter wilderness. Winter in Russia does not simply transform the landscape, it rewrites the rules of survival. With every degree Celsius, the temperature drops. The fragile balance between predator and prey tightens further, becoming a brutal contest where raw strength alone is not enough. Here, strategy becomes as important as instinct, and every species must adapt or surrender to the cold. Deep within the taiga, where forests stretch far beyond the horizon, wolves gather beneath the pale light of the winter moon. Summer scatters them into small family groups, while winter forces them together. One by one, shadows merge in the darkness until an entire pack stands assembled, a dozen powerful bodies moving as a single unit. Their breath clouds the night air, rising like ghostly smoke as they begin their patrol. Food is now scarce. Moose herds move less frequently to conserve precious energy. Wild boars root beneath snow-covered undergrowth, making them nearly impossible to reach. But wolves adapt, traveling in tighter formations, communicating through precise signals, and tracking weakened prey with unmatched endurance. In winter, unity becomes their greatest weapon. In the heart of the frozen Siberian taiga, where ancient pines rise like silent guardians and snow covers the world in flawless white, a shadow begins to move. It slips between the trees with astonishing grace, leaving only faint tracks across the thin layer of snow. This shadow belongs to one of the most elusive predators on Earth, the Siberian tiger. It is the largest cat in the world and the undisputed king of these winter forests. Winter transforms the tiger from a powerful hunter into a master of endurance. Prey becomes scarce, visibility decreases, and the cold turns into an enemy as formidable as any rival. Yet the tiger's body carries the mark of thousands of years of adaptation. Beneath its thick winter coat, with hollow hairs that work as thermal insulation and a dense ruff around the neck, lies a reserve of energy built for Siberia's extreme conditions. Every step is calculated, and every movement is designed to preserve precious body heat. The tiger lifts its paws and presses them softly into the snow. The forest absorbs every sound. Even the wind seems reluctant to reveal its presence. Yet the deep snow makes every movement harder, forcing the tiger to adjust its hunting strategy. Instead of relying on an exhausting chase, it depends on stealth, patience, and surprise. Like a ghost, it approaches its prey, usually moving against the wind while using the terrain, fallen trunks, and the stillness of the winter night as allies. Tonight, The tiger's golden eyes lock onto a small herd of red deer gathered beneath frost-covered branches. Their ears twitch nervously. Every creature feels the pressure of winter. The tiger crouches low, muscles tense beneath its striped coat, and waits. Minutes stretch into an hour. Snowflakes begin to settle on its head and back, creating a natural camouflage. Only when one deer drifts too far from the herd does the tiger launch its silent and deadly attack. Each bound is powerful enough to throw snow into dazzling arcs behind it, but winter rarely grants easy victories. The deer is agile, its hooves cut through the hardened snow with practiced precision. The chase continues through the forest, filled with the frantic rhythm of pounding feet and the crack of branches beneath fleeing hooves. The tiger, heavy but efficient, advances in bursts of controlled power. Sometimes, the hunt ends in a swift takedown. At other times, the forest gives the prey a narrow chance to escape, leaving the tiger breathing softly in the darkness, conserving energy for the next attempt. Territory becomes even more crucial in winter. A male Siberian tiger can patrol an area spanning hundreds of square miles, marking trees with its claws and scent to warn rivals away from scarce resources. Night is when these boundaries come alive. The forest fills with distant calls, snorts, and deep roars that travel across the frozen spaces. They are subtle reminders that every tiger must protect not only its food, but also its own identity. In this frozen world, the Siberian tiger remains the ultimate symbol of power and isolation. On the far side of the snow-covered Siberian wilderness, where daylight fades early and the cold freezes every living surface, a distant howl rises through the silence. It climbs, falls, and echoes among the treetops. A single voice calls to its own. Moments later, another answer comes, then another. Soon, the forest trembles with a chorus that contrasts sharply with the stillness of winter. The wolves are gathering. Winter is the season when the gray wolf becomes most formidable. Scarcity brings them together, drawing scattered family groups into larger and more strategic packs. A dozen wolves move through the trees, with thick coats and tails held low in disciplined calm. Frost gathers around their muzzles as their breath rises into the frozen air like smoke from a battle line. Individually, they are skilled hunters. Together, they are a force forged by centuries of instinct and silent cooperation. Tonight, the pack is hungry. They move in formation through snow that reaches their knees, spreading their paws to stay atop the frozen surface. The alpha pair leads the way with noses raised, testing the wind for the scent of prey. When the faint trail of a moose drifts through the forest, the pack comes to an immediate halt. Their ears stand erect and their bodies stiffen as a silent decision is made. They will follow the trail. Snow changes everything. While deep drifts slow heavy prey, they also drain the energy of predators. Wolves compensate for this through endurance, displaying a level of persistence that seems almost mechanical. They trot tirelessly across terrain that would exhaust most animals, conserving their strength for the moment when action becomes necessary. At the edge of a forest clearing, the moose herd finally appears. The massive animals move beneath the moonlight with snow piled across their backs. The wolves spread out into a semicircle around the unsuspecting herd. There is no rush. They watch carefully, identifying a weakness, an older female moose that limps slightly and falls behind the others. Then the chase begins. The moose surge forward, throwing snow into frantic clouds. The wolves pursue them. The forest erupts into motion as gray shapes weave between the trees, while the pounding rhythm of hooves and the labored breaths of the chase echo through the darkness. The wolves do not need to be faster. They only need to be more persistent. They pressure the herd relentlessly, taking turns at the front and forcing the moose into deeper snow, where every step becomes more difficult than the last. When the weakened moose finally begins to stumble, two wolves move in from opposite sides, separating it from the safety of the herd. A third lunges forward, using the weight of its body to bring the prey down into the soft snow. The takedown is swift, efficient, and the result of a level of cooperation that no solitary predator could ever achieve. When the hunt is over, the pack's hierarchy becomes visible once again. The alpha pair feeds first, and the others follow in order. There is no chaos, only structure. There is no disorder, only family. Across the vast white expanses of northern Russia, where winter can engulf the land for 8 months and storms sweep across the tundra without warning. One animal moves with instinctive certainty: the reindeer. It is a creature whose existence is defined by migration, These are the long-distance travelers of the Arctic, following routes older than recorded history, tracing invisible pathways passed down from generation to generation across hundreds and sometimes thousands of miles. During the Russian winter, they do more than survive. They navigate an entire world shaped by snow, ice, and wind. The migration of the reindeer is one of nature's most dramatic life cycles. As winter arrives, herds begin their journey southward, leaving the windswept tundra in search of food and shelter. As the cold intensifies, some populations continue moving, constantly adapting to find the right balance of forage, protection from the wind, and favorable snow conditions. These journeys can span hundreds of miles, and in some regions exceed 600 miles, 1,000 kilometers. Every member of the herd, from mature males and females to young calves, travels together as part of a living, unified mass. Their movement is synchronized and fluid, guided by both instinct and collective memory. Older individuals often lead the way because they have survived many winters and learned where food can be found beneath the snow. Their survival depends on a resource that appears surprisingly fragile: lichen. Hidden beneath layers of snow and ice, this slow-growing organism provides a rich source of carbohydrates and is perfectly suited to a winter diet. With remarkable precision, reindeer use their hooves to dig through hardened snow. Their hooves are a masterpiece of adaptation, broad and crescent-shaped. They spread like natural snowshoes, supporting the animal's weight on soft ground while providing traction on ice. During summer, the edges of the hooves become softer to grip the wet and spongy tundra. In winter, they harden into sharp, chisel-like tools capable of cutting through frozen snow. The reindeer's face is also an extraordinary anatomical achievement. Its nose contains a complex network of nasal turbinates that warm icy air before it reaches the lungs, helping conserve body heat in extreme cold. These structures also enhance the animal's ability to detect the faint scent of lichen buried beneath the snow. Its eyes undergo a remarkable seasonal change, shifting to a deep blue color during winter to increase sensitivity to low light, an essential adaptation in the darkness of the Arctic. Reindeer possess an astonishing ability to navigate, relying on a combination of memory, scent, magnetic sensitivity, and herd cohesion. When powerful winds reduce visibility, the herd tightens together for warmth and follows experienced leaders. They orient themselves according to the prevailing wind and continue forward inch by inch. Guided by scent and instinct, even in conditions that would leave a human completely disoriented. In the frozen forest, where trees stand encased in ice and the wind piles snow into shifting drifts, two of the largest herbivores in the northern hemisphere move with the slow, cautious strength of survival. The moose and the deer, both members of the cervid family, face winter not with speed or stealth, but with size, endurance, and remarkable behavioral intelligence. They are giants, built to withstand adversity, relying on instinct and experience to survive in a world that becomes increasingly unforgiving for plant-eating animals. For both species, finding food during winter is the greatest challenge. The lush meadows, grasses, and shrubs of summer disappear beneath deep blankets of snow, forcing them to adapt. Deer, which prefer open grasslands, are often pushed into conifer forests where food is scarce. They use their hooves to scrape away snow, searching for any surviving blades of grass or sedges hidden beneath the surface. When conditions become harsher, they turn to tree bark, twigs, and dried vegetation, low-quality food sources that require more time and energy to consume. Moose, by contrast, are specialists in feeding on twigs and the tender shoots of woody plants. Winter provides them with branches from willow, birch, and aspen trees, along with valuable young shrub growth that contains more nutrients than dry, bare branches. Their long legs and flexible upper lip allow them to reach higher vegetation and strip shoots efficiently, helping them conserve energy during the most difficult months of the year. Predators such as wolves, bears, and in some regions, large cats remain a constant threat. Deer often gather in large herds during winter, where the presence of many eyes and ears increases the chances of detecting danger. Moose, which are naturally solitary, rely on their immense size and aggressive defense. A cornered adult moose can seriously injure or even kill a wolf with a well-placed kick. Yet winter shifts the balance. Deep snow slows these heavy ungulates far more than it slows their predators. Wolves, with their narrow chests and broad paws, can travel efficiently across hardened snow, while moose and deer sink deeply and tire quickly. A winter pursuit often becomes a contest of endurance, and predators usually target individuals weakened by age, injury, or poor nutrition. The depth and texture of the snow determine everything: movement, safety, energy expenditure, and access to food. Deer favor windswept ridges and south-facing slopes where snow cover is thinner, while retreating into dense forests for protection from blizzards. Moose gain an advantage from their exceptionally long legs, but even they struggle when snow reaches chest height. Every step becomes an effort that consumes precious calories. To conserve energy, both species often establish trails, packed pathways that they use repeatedly each day to travel between feeding grounds and sheltered resting areas. Winter also increases their need for minerals, especially sodium. Plants provide fewer nutrients during the cold season, and the absence of fresh vegetation limits the availability of essential micronutrients. Both moose and deer seek out natural salt licks, mineral-rich soil deposits, and underground springs, sometimes traveling remarkable distances to reach them. In some regions, they even chew old bones or shed antlers to obtain calcium and phosphorus. Moose also remember traditional wintering grounds where food is more accessible. They demonstrate an impressive ability to make effective decisions by choosing resting sites that are less exposed to the wind, using frozen rivers and lakes as natural travel corridors and shifting elevation according to changing snow conditions. In the heart of the Siberian taiga, where the forest grows denser and silence feels almost sacred, a presence moves with such precision that even the snow barely notices. A soft footprint here, a slight disturbance there, nothing more than subtle traces of what has just passed. This is the Eurasian lynx, the ghost of the pine forests. A hunter defined not by speed or strength, but by silence. Its winter coat is a masterpiece of thermal insulation. A thick, mottled layer traps heat while blending perfectly with the shadowed patterns of tree trunks and the dim light beneath the forest canopy. Its broad paws, lined with tufts of fur that function like natural snowshoes, allow it to glide across deep powder snow without sinking where larger and stronger animals would struggle. Every step carries the grace of a dancer and the purpose of a predator that hunts not through pursuit, but through patience. The lynx patrols alone. Unlike wolves, it does not form packs. And unlike the Siberian tiger, it claims smaller territories but defends them with unwavering determination. Its domain includes tangled thickets, fallen logs, and quiet clearings where hares and grouse frequently pass. Prey it knows intimately. Winter may bury the ground beneath deep layers of snow, but the lynx can still read the forest's hidden messages. The faint crackle beneath a spruce tree, a flash of movement among the branches, or the delicate tracks of an Arctic hare left behind hours earlier. Tonight, clouds blanket the sky, and a fresh gust of wind has blurred the landscape. The lynx waits beneath an evergreen conifer, ears upright and black ear tufts catching the faint glow of moonlight. Every sense sharpens. Its eyes, capable of detecting the slightest movement in the darkness, scan a clearing where a grouse cautiously searches for food beneath a snow-covered shrub. Then, without making a sound, the lynx begins its approach. It advances through a sequence of slow, fluid movements that gradually erase the distance between shadow and prey. Its body lowers toward the ground, muscles tightening beneath its coat as the air itself seems charged with anticipation. In an explosive instant, the lynx launches forward. Snow erupts beneath its paws as it covers several yards in a single leap. The grouse bursts into flight in a frantic storm of beating wings. But the lynx is faster. One outstretched paw strikes the bird in midair, bringing it crashing back to the ground with remarkable precision. The hunt ends as quickly as it began, clean, precise, and silent. These ambush attacks are the lynx's signature, but winter challenges even the greatest masters of stealth. Deep snow conceals the tracks of prey. Bitter cold forces the lynx to patrol for longer periods. Competition intensifies, especially from foxes and birds of prey searching for the same limited
even
resources.
The coyotes have become
Yet the lynx endures, night after night. It moves across its territory, marking its boundaries with scent and reinforcing its silent dominance over the frozen kingdom. Then, as dawn spills its pale light across the taiga, the lynx moves once more. A ghost slipping between rows of trees, invisible until the moment it chooses to be seen. Across the vast and desolate Arctic tundras of Russia, where the wind sweeps freely across open plains and temperatures plunge far below freezing, a small ghost-like figure moves through the winter with unmatched cunning. The Arctic fox. Small, resourceful, and remarkably opportunistic, it is one of the most extraordinary survivors of the far north. In a world where food is scarce and death waits in every direction, this little predator thrives through a combination of instinct, strategy, and an exceptional ability to adapt. Winter transforms the Arctic fox into a creature of almost perfect camouflage. Its coat, which is brown with charcoal tones during summer, changes into a brilliant white that mirrors the snow-covered landscape of the tundra. This is not merely a seasonal change in appearance. It is a survival necessity. The fox blends seamlessly into the Arctic environment, allowing it to approach prey without being detected. Yet its thick coat serves another equally important purpose. It is one of the most effective forms of thermal insulation found in the animal kingdom, trapping heat so efficiently that the fox can withstand temperatures cold enough to make metal become brittle and crack. Hunting during winter is a test of patience and precision. Beneath the snow lies a hidden world where lemmings, voles, and other small mammals travel through networks of tunnels and insulated chambers. The Arctic fox stands motionless, listening intently and rotating its ears to detection the faintest sound beneath the surface. Then comes the moment. The fox leaps into the air in a perfect arc and plunges headfirst into the snow, breaking through the hardened surface with expert precision. This iconic behavior, known as mousing, is a masterpiece of instinctive hunting. A successful strike can mean the difference between conserving energy and facing starvation. Even the most skilled hunters cannot rely entirely on their own abilities during the Arctic winter. The environment is simply too unforgiving. As a result, the Arctic fox has developed one of its most ingenious survival strategies: following the giants. When a polar bear makes a kill, most often a seal pulled from the ice, the fox is rarely far away. It trails the bear from a safe distance, waiting patiently for scraps. A single bear kill can provide enough food to sustain a fox for days or even weeks, especially when the remains freeze naturally and are preserved by the Arctic cold. The fox's keen sense of smell can detect these leftovers from miles away, guiding it toward vital food sources left behind by larger predators. Its search for food does not end with polar bears. The Arctic fox is a tireless scavenger, patrolling the tundra for bird carcasses, fish washed ashore by storms, and any edible remains exposed by shifting ice. It also stores food whenever possible, burying leftovers in snowbanks or shallow caches and creating a hidden network of reserves that can be revisited during times of scarcity. Its ability to remember these storage sites is truly remarkable. In a land where every meal can mean the difference between life and death, memory becomes just as important as speed, strength, or instinct. Across the northern tundra of Russia, where the horizon stretches without interruption and the land seems carved by ice itself, one creature rules the vast, silent plains with majestic calm: the snowy owl. Dressed in pure white plumage and crowned with still yellow eyes, it stands like a living statue on a windswept mound. Yet beneath that serene appearance lies a hunter perfectly adapted to the brutal rhythms of the Arctic winter. The snowy owl is a predator shaped by cycles, especially the rise and fall of rodent populations. In years of abundance, when lemmings and voles multiply, the owl thrives. In years of scarcity, when prey declines, it must travel great distances across frozen steppes to find food. These cycles determine everything: migration patterns, breeding success, and even the survival of the chicks. The snowy owl does not merely inhabit the Arctic. It survives through its smallest creatures. Its winter behavioral adaptations are exceptional. While many birds flee south when the cold arrives, the snowy owl holds its ground because it can withstand temperatures that would freeze most living creatures within minutes. Dense, overlapping layers of feathers, extending all the way down to its talons, form one of the most efficient natural insulation systems in the avian world. Yet beneath that soft plumage is a muscular and efficient hunter, capable of sudden bursts of speed. Hunting is a matter of patience and precision. From its vantage point on a snow mound or rocky ledge, the owl scans the tundra, listening for the faintest scratch of a mouse beneath the snow. Its ears, hidden under layers of down and positioned asymmetrically, allow it to locate sound with extraordinary accuracy. When the moment comes, the owl launches itself on silent wings, an evolutionary masterpiece that minimizes airflow and makes its descent deadly quiet. Unlike many birds of prey that rely on a fast aerial dive, the snowy owl prefers direct and powerful attacks. It often glides briefly to adjust its angle before driving its talons into the snow. With astonishing force, it breaks through the surface to seize its prey. A single lemming can sustain the owl for hours, while in times of need, it may hunt dozens in a single day. Yet this abundance is interrupted by lean years, when hunger forces snowy owls to move farther south, sometimes venturing into dense forests and farmland in search of warmth and food. Breeding under the shadow of winter is a dangerous gamble. The snowy owl chooses nesting sites in open terrain, on flat tundra ridges or gentle slopes where visibility is clear in every direction. It scrapes a shallow depression into the ground, lining it lightly with grass or feathers. Its breeding decisions depend entirely on prey availability. In years when rodents are abundant, it may lay large clutches, sometimes 10 eggs or more. In years of scarcity, it may not breed at all, conserving the energy it needs to survive. In the vast white expanse of the Russian north, the snowy owl remains a symbol of resilience. It is a guardian of the tundra, holding its place at the edge of the world while winter plays its ancient game of life and death. Every winter, when northern landscapes harden beneath frost and daylight begins to fade, millions of birds rise into the sky in a display of endurance, memory, and instinct. Among the most iconic migrants of the boreal and Arctic regions are cranes, swans, and geese. These species have developed powerful wings, efficient metabolisms, and extraordinary navigation systems that guide them across thousands of miles. Their departure marks the seasonal rhythm of the Northern Hemisphere, and their return in spring becomes one of the first signs of renewed life. Each species follows different migratory routes, shaped by ancestral geography and ecological opportunity. Cranes often follow narrow and traditional pathways, ancient aerial corridors passed down from generation to generation. These routes connect breeding grounds in northern Siberia, Alaska, and Scandinavia with wintering regions in China, India, Africa, and the Mediterranean. Swans, especially whooper swans and tundra swans, travel across broader routes through the Eurasian continent, stopping at wetlands, lakes, and estuaries rich in vegetation. Goose species, such as barnacle geese, snow geese, and greylag geese, fly in large flocks along well-studied routes, including the East Atlantic Flyway and the Central Asian Flyway. These routes are not straight lines, but winding networks shaped by weather patterns, tailwinds, barriers such as mountains and seas, and the availability of safe resting sites. Some stages of migration may cover hundreds of miles in a single day, while others involve non-stop flights powered by fat reserves built up since autumn. Migration is not a gentle glide. It is a journey filled with danger. Storms can scatter flocks, forcing emergency landings and leaving birds vulnerable to predators. Sudden freezes can seal resting wetlands beneath ice. Fog and blizzards reduce visibility and weaken navigation cues. Human activity adds new threats. Habitat loss at stopover sites deprives birds of the food they need to rebuild energy, while power lines, wind turbines, and artificial lighting create collision risks. Hunting pressure, whether legal or illegal, still persists in some regions. Young birds on their first migration face especially high mortality. They must learn flock dynamics, safe feeding grounds, and weather patterns while traveling thousands of miles. For cranes, swans, and geese, resting sites are not optional, they are essential. Wetlands, river deltas, marshes, and restored agricultural fields provide the carbohydrates and proteins needed to rebuild exhausted muscles. In famous locations such as the Amur River Basin, Bharatpur Wetland in India, and the Wadden Sea in Europe, tens of thousands of birds gather at the same time. These temporary sanctuaries allow birds to rest, feed, socialize, and synchronize their flight. A poorly timed arrival at a depleted or disturbed site can be fatal. For this reason, the rhythm of migration is finely regulated. Many species depart only when wind direction, temperature, and internal fat reserves align almost perfectly. Perhaps the most astonishing aspect of migration is the bird's precise ability to navigate. Cranes, swans, and geese rely on a combination of environmental cues: the position of the sun, the stars, the Earth's magnetic field, familiar coastlines, and even scent traces carried through the air. Young individuals often learn the route by following experienced adults, creating chains of cultural knowledge that can endure for centuries. The Amur leopard, often called the ghost of the taiga, is one of the most elusive and critically endangered big cats on Earth. With only a small surviving population in the Russian Far East and northeastern China, this solitary predator lives in a landscape of rugged peaks, dense forests, and long winters covered in snow. Its entire existence is shaped by the scarcity of prey, territory, and mates. Yet despite these challenges, the Amur leopard has developed remarkable physical and behavioral adaptations that allow it to cling to survival in one of the harshest habitats any cat can occupy. The Amur leopard is mainly nocturnal and emerges at twilight to patrol the rocky slopes and forested valleys of its territory. Its behavior is defined by stealth. It moves silently across deep snow on large, fur-covered paws that function like natural snowshoes, helping distribute its weight and preventing it from sinking. Unlike the tiger, which relies on strength, the leopard depends on agility and ambush. It stalks from elevated ground, waiting in rocky valleys or behind fallen logs before launching an explosive and precise attack. During winter, this hunting style becomes even more crucial. Prey remains constantly alert, highly exposed, and often scarce. The leopard must conserve energy, so it avoids long pursuits. Instead, it hides its kills high in trees or among dense thickets to protect them from scavengers. These food reserves can sustain the leopard for days, a vital strategy in an environment where every calorie matters. Despite its solitary nature, Amur leopards communicate through scent marks, ground scrapes, and calls that echo through the valleys during the breeding season. A male may sometimes follow a female for several days, but after mating, both return to independent lives. Today, the wild Amur leopard population numbers fewer than 200 individuals. Such a small population faces severe genetic pressure, risks of inbreeding, and high vulnerability to disease. A single forest fire, an extremely harsh winter, or one poaching incident could affect a large portion of the remaining cats. Conservation programs monitor each individual closely, tracking bloodlines and maintaining protected corridors that connect fragmented habitats. Every cub matters. Every birth is a victory against extinction. The Amur leopard needs large territories that often cover between 40 and 115 square miles, or about 100 to 300 square kilometers, depending on prey availability. Males maintain larger home ranges that overlap with the territories of several females. These domains are shaped by the terrain. Steep slopes where deer gather, river valleys with abundant vegetation, and hidden ravines suitable for dens. Marking territory is essential. A clearly defined range reduces conflict with other leopards, saving energy and securing access to limited prey. In winter, snowfall becomes heavy and movement grows difficult. So the leopard adjusts its patrol routes by following preferred trails and wind-sheltered slopes. The main prey of the Amur leopard, including roe deer, sika deer, and hares, become harder to find during winter. Deep snow slows these animals, but it also hides their tracks. When prey numbers decline, the leopard's survival is directly threatened. A hungry leopard may approach villages in search of livestock, increasing the risk of conflict with humans. To survive, the Amur leopard turns to opportunistic hunting, catching raccoon dogs, badgers, or even feeding on remains left behind by tigers. Although they are competitors, tigers can also indirectly benefit leopards by helping keep deer populations healthy through natural selection. Wind defines the tundra. Snow mounds, frozen ridges, and wind-sculpted elevations create both obstacles and shelter.
Come back.
Herbivores use protected slopes and depressions in the land to take refuge from storms, while predators such as the Arctic fox use the landscape to approach their prey in silence. Camouflage is essential. Fur and feathers change from brown to white, blending perfectly into the snowy environment. Even body shape is optimized. Compact silhouettes help conserve heat, while the density of fur and feathers provides insulation against icy winds that can drop below -58 degrees Fahrenheit or -50 degrees Celsius. But this frozen world is changing faster than ever. As the Earth warms, winters are becoming shorter. Snow arrives later and disappears earlier. Ice fields, taiga forests, and vast tundras that served as refuges for countless species for thousands of years are slowly shrinking. For animals that depend on snow for camouflage, hunting, or reproduction, even small changes in temperature can completely disrupt their survival strategies. The white coat that helps Arctic hares and many birds hide can become a disadvantage when the snow disappears too early. Prey become more exposed, and predators must travel greater distances to find food. Winter turns the Russian wilderness into a frozen chessboard, where every movement is calculated. Every decision has consequences. And survival depends not only on individual skill, but also on the complex interaction between species. During these months of scarcity, the relationships among predators, scavengers, and prey take on the intensity of a constant gamble, forming an ecological network that defines life in some of the coldest landscapes on the planet. When winter slowly begins to release its hold over the vast Russian wilderness, this epic of survival leaves an unforgettable mark on every frozen landscape. From the dark conifer forests of the taiga to the sunlit tundras, from the rugged Ural Mountains to the icy depths of Lake Baikal, life has endured through extraordinary resilience and exceptional evolutionary precision. Every species, whether predator or prey, has perfected strategies adapted to the harshest months of the year. However, in the face of advancing climate change, habitat loss, and growing human expansion, this delicate balance is no longer guaranteed. Wolves move across the land in organized packs, stalking the weakest or most careless individuals. Tigers slip silently through the snowy forests, their eyes glowing like molten amber against the white landscape. Wolverines search for food with unbreakable determination, fearing no rival. Even the smallest creatures, from lemmings digging tunnels beneath the snow to Arctic hares racing across frozen fields and amphibians surviving hidden beneath the ice, play an essential role within a network sustained by the laws of survival. If the ice continues to melt, if forests keep shrinking, and if global temperatures continue to rise, this survival epic will not be only a story about the power of nature. It will also be a warning about a world that is changing. What do you think? Leave us your comment and join us on our next adventure through the wild nature of the Andes.